Howdy. Welcome to day 2 of the Secret Agent Challenge Part 2. What an incredible day we had yesterday. Much love and thanks to Michelle Garabito and Paul Nelson for the fire. Holy moly, guys. What an incredible day. If you guys got an overwhelming amount of value from yesterday's live, show us some love by hitting an emoji, sending us some fires and loves and hearts and wows and all the things. Blow the chat up. Let's get some love out there to Michelle and Paul. That was so good. So good. I am constantly in awe of their dynamic and how well they've created this well-oiled machine that allows them this freedom of lifestyle I don't even have, right? Here's the thing. We learn from everybody, right? For me, being in this role of coach, if you will, is such a fun dynamic for me because I get to interact with people that are at such a high level that I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly picking up ways to elevate my life and create efficiencies in my world. And I look at Paul and Michelle and I say, man, these two figured it out, right? Not that I have any issue with how busy my life is, but when you think about the fact that these two can work a few hours a day from anywhere in the world, they're literally my most watched Instagram story in my feed because I'm just like enjoying the fact that they're in Mexico today and then they're in Italy the next day and they're, at the Blue Lagoon another day. It's just wild. It's wild to see just the freedom that they've been able to create for themselves through their processes. Now, I want to share with everybody some stats from yesterday because I get a lot of DMs and emails. Not all of you DM and email me, but I absolutely get some feedback. Out of everyone who watched yesterday, we had over, I think, near 1,300 people. It was breaking 1,250, and it held strong the entire day. A very small portion of you took action and ended up signing up and running privy yesterday during the day, and that's okay. Okay, you're probably waiting for today. That's cool. Of the people who took action, 19 of you now have a deal in play in either in the place of signing a contract or you're really close to getting it under contract. 2 of you got a deal under contract yesterday and sold it. So congratulations to 2. I mean, out of 1,250 people, I'm surprised that it's so few of you actually took action and got the app. And then of those people, 19 of them have opportunities in play, and 2 of them have deals that actually got under contract and were assigned. And so money has been made. And that is an absolute beautiful thing. It made me feel so inspired that level of action happened. That I think Emily mentioned to you guys that Pace and I are going to do a day in the life where somebody gets flown out to Phoenix and you're going to spend 2 days, a day with me, a day with Pace, just really understanding our lives and what things look like, hanging out at the Keegley office, hanging out with him and the baby, and at Cody's office at American Home Offers. It's going to be a wild thing because even when we do our masterminds, you don't get to do that because we're so focused on the content from our courses that we don't have an opportunity to really let you in behind the curtain to just see, so we're going to do that. But I'm so inspired by that. We're still going to pay for one person. Okay. So at the end of the week, we're going to draw the name of one person, but I'm going to open it up to 50 lucky people. You'll just have to cover your plane and your hotel. But who cares? Plane tickets are like $100 right now, and you can stay at the Travelodge or whatever at the $99 motel, and literally come and hang out with us for 2 days for under a couple $100. So I'm going to open that up to 50 people. So one will be paid for. 50 of you lucky son of bitches are going to be able to come and just hang out. And I'm going to be just as lucky because I'm going to learn from y'all. I'm going to learn something from the 50 people that are going to get to be in our lives. And here's why those 50 people are going to be special. because they're going to have taken action, because they're not going to just be sideliners. They're not going to be watchers. They're not going to be content consumers. They're actually going to be people who pushed forward and took action, right? So Benson is compiling the names. And again, we're going to do a random draw. 50 of you are going to be hanging out in Phoenix, Arizona for 48 hours of nonstop fun, action, and food. I'm going to feed you. Yes, we're going to eat wings. How cool. So, Emily, would you jump on for a moment? You didn't even know I was going to do that.
What?
You didn't even know I was going to do that today.
He loves adding things to my plate, guys.
Yes. So, Emily.
Yes.
You. But I need you to compile a list with Benson of all the folks that, and it's going to be only y'all who have taken action. And look, I don't think it's fun to just sit here and watch. And if you want to watch, cool. If you want to be a watcher, I have no problem with it. Enjoy the show. But that doesn't mean you get to take somebody's spot who's actually like pushing forward and moving, right? So be fair and know that you don't, if you're just going to watch, hang out and watch. If you're going to be somebody who pushes and moves, then push and move. So Emily, can you please put the link back up in the chat for the Privy app? Because again, I got the notifications, like this many of you, a sliver of you actually did it. And then of the ones who did, there was a massive result. And congratulations to the 2 deals. I actually asked if I could share the names, and only Ali allowed me to share their name. The other one was too shy and embarrassed. And you know what? I get that, but look, there's 800 people that you could be connecting with. So if you are DMing me, and if you do end up, signing up and getting something under contract, be okay with me sharing your name with the folks here, because how cool is it, right? Don't you want to connect? Don't you want to be brought up on stage and get to know everyone? So let's get out of our comfort zones. Okay, so please throw that link up in the chat, so that we can continue the party. 50 people, Benson, 50 people. Okay, Emily, 50 people. It's gonna be wild, and you're gonna drive everybody.
Oh gosh.
I want you to pick up everyone from the airport.
Oh my God! Wow.
No, we won't do that. But we'll all meet at the same place. We'll meet at a we'll meet at a wing spot, and we're not wing stop. We're gonna meet at a wing spot, okay? And we're gonna eat some food, and then we're gonna go enjoy the day. All right.
Oh yeah.
I'm super pumped for today because you guys got to see Paul and Michelle run their business yesterday, and just so you are aware of how incredibly diverse the Astro flipping model is. Guys, I don't say this lightly. I consider myself one of the top wholesalers, if not the top wholesaler in the nation. And I'm not saying that to be braggadocious. I'm saying that because I friggin' earned it. Okay, I did build, and I do have the nation's largest wholesale operation, which is franchised in 115 different markets, and we don't spend a dime on marketing. How was I able to accomplish that? From the techniques that we've been learning. Today, we've got Mia Smith. Mia, not yet, Emily. Mia is another incredible Astro flipping student who runs her business entirely on agent outreach. And today we're going to watch how she maximizes her efficiency using the batch dialer. Guys, if you are doing agent outreach and you're having pure one-on-one conversations with realtors and you're not utilizing the dialer, you are breaking your brain. You are stopping yourself from being as efficient as possible. You are deciding that you want to do 1/3 of the work. That's it. If you are only physically capable of typing that many phone numbers and dialing that many lines, right? If that's all you can physically do, you're going to do 1/3 of the work as someone like Mia can do using the dialer. All right. So the homies at Batch have given us an incredible incentive, guys. Please put the link in the chat for the dialer. If you are running your agent outreach, you have to be running it on a dialer. Like hands down, this is the most efficient way to do it. Emily, please put that link up in the chat for the batch dialer. And guys, how we're going to be rolling this is I want you to be as successful as possible. So I'm going to give you each a sample, okay? Sample agents list in the markets that I'm personally buying in. Okay? That I'm personally buying in. Emily, I know that you're like, holy shit, what is he doing? I sent excuse me.
Shaking in my boots right now.
So here's how it's gonna go. You get the dialer. I'm gonna give you an agent's list. Skip traced, paid for, to get you started. Paid for, skip traced and paid for, so you can just go. You'll hear how the conversation should go. You'll have the dialer. You're going to email us. What's the email? What's the best email, Emily, for us to just send this off?
Let's do damgdesign@gmail.com.
Okay.
I'll put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. damgdesign@gmail.com, guys. And we will respond with the agents list. Okay. So you're going to email us and say, hey, I'm working in this market, and boom, you're going to get an agents list. Okay. So you can go. Got it? Now, think about this, right? Look at the level of instruction that you're getting from my team and myself and the Astro flipping community, and you there's like you haven't paid for a mentorship. Imagine what's happening behind the scene in Astro flipping in the community. Imagine that. If you're getting this for nothing, imagine what happens on our calls. Imagine what happens in our community. So, Mariah, if you are in the chat, and if you guys have any thoughts, like, hey, I just want to know a little bit more about what this looks like. Jamil's a fun guy. He must be fun to learn from. Is it really him who shows up to the calls? How much time do we actually get at Jamil's? If you have questions about what it looks like, Mariah is in the chat. She can answer your questions. Can we throw that link up if you guys just want to chat with my team from Astro? We're happy to talk to you.
Also, we got Sammy in the chat too.
Oh, my boy Sammy.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you guys don't even know. Not only is Sammy incredible, he's wholesaling and he spits fire. The guy rhymes, man. He rhymes. He's incredible. Sammy, I love you, bro. You know, when Sammy came onto our team, he sent me a video and he spit like bars. He sent me a video and it was Pace and I were like, how cool. All right. Isn't it interesting that yesterday we had near 1,300 people and today we're at like 860? Just how life will pull people away. Interesting. But 866 of you guys are still with it, which is incredible, right? Y'all are the ones. You guys are the ones who care about your financial freedom. You care about your opportunities. You care. And I'm not saying that the ones who aren't here today don't care. They don't care as much. That's it. Or maybe life happens. It is what it is. No judgments, guys. Is Sammy there? Does he want to say something to us?
Yeah, I brought him up.
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me?
What's up, homie?
Yeah.
Jamil, how are you doing, man?
I'm so good, bro.
Bro, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity of being here. Guys, this is life-changing. He's changing lives every single day, and it's just him being himself. Guys, it's real. The only thing that keeps us away from winning today is our own fear. So we got to beat it with faith. We have to trust in ourselves, trust in the Most High, and trust that He is for us. Life is happening for us, not to us. Remember that. Let's do this. Come on, guys. Let's squad up. Let's get together. Let's make this happen. If you guys want to speak to one of us, we got the link in our bio or in the chat. And thank you again, Jamil. You're changing my life and the life of my families, and you're giving me an opportunity to serve the community and change.
You
Again,
have earned
thank
it.
you, brother.
You've earned it, Sammy. And I'm proud to call you brother and friend, man. You're the man. And I can't wait to see you at my house. When are
Oh,
you gonna have a chance to come out and hang out?
I'm flying out, and I'm gonna have the Astro flipping song ready for you, and I'll play it for you in your house. It'll
Dope.
be mixed and mastered. We'll let all the 50 people that are gonna be in that house
Are
are
you
gonna
gonna be
hear it
there for the
exclusive.
when we do the when the 50
I will
people are?
fly out. I'm flying
Yes,
out. Give me the
51
date, and
then.
I'm there. 51.
51.
Make it happen. Let's
51.
do
Because
it. You
I'm
guys,
Sammy's not gonna take up somebody else's spot. Sammy, you're fit. There are 51 of us.
let's
Sammy, you're with us.
go,
Yeah,
guys. He's
amazing. All
he's the
right,
real
guys, we're gonna
deal.
get rolling here.
Let's do it.
For those of you who know, before I start anything, I get us kicked off with a prayer. And why is that? It is my belief that anything and everything you want or need in your life will find its way to you through your source. You need only ask. Now, it doesn't matter to me if you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, whatever. We all pray to the same source. And if this makes you uncomfortable, no problem. You just mute me for the next 30 seconds. But if you're with me, here we go. Father God, we love you so much, Lord. Thank you for today. Thank you for opening all of our eyes and giving us breath, for giving us the minds and the ability to connect with each other. God, we are so grateful for that. Lord, we pray that you guide each and every one of us to your purpose for our lives, so that the actions we take, your actions. God, we pray that you guide us to those individuals that'll be of benefit to us, either through a financial gain or through a lesson to be learned. And we pray that you deflect us from those individuals that'll waste our time or bring us harm. God, for any of our family members here that are in any need of additional understanding of the concepts that we teach here, Lord, we just pray for perfect clarity in their minds. And Lord, for any of us that are in need of any additional mental, physical, emotional, or spiritual healing, Lord, we just pray for perfect healing in our lives. And Lord, it is with humble hearts and in your heavenly name we pray. Amen. Let's get it going. Come on, baby. Yeah. What's up? Mia. Emily, are you with us? I think Emily has been tethering her Wi-Fi from Walmart. Emily, get some Wi-Fi. Dang it. Make me the host. My connection is dope. Emily, would you do us a favor? And am I the host? Am I the host? Oh, I am a host. Okay, amazing. We don't need you, Emily. Mia,
Oh,
hi.
hey.
How are you?
Man, I am feeling great, feeling good. How are you doing today?
Amazing. I'm just joking, Emily. We do need you. We love you very much. We
Oh,
love
we
you so
always
much.
need anyone.
I super need you. I'm sorry, guys. Don't you guys know I'm just playing? I just play. How are you, Mia? You good?
I'm fantastic. I'm fired up, super ready to make some calls today. Thank you for having me.
Are you kidding me? Tell us, can you just give us a little bit of a breakdown and history of like what your experience has been with us? Because I mean, your story is amazing, and I need everybody to hear it. Because a lot of these folks don't know you.
Right. Yes, that's true.
I
Well,
wanna make you bigger and make me smaller here.
sweet. All right. So, a little bit about me. I had my fiance and I, we had a personal training company out in Los Angeles. The pandemic shut that down and we packed it on up and came down to Florida, which is something we were putting off for at least 3 years. And we moved to online like everyone else in the world at that time, but it wasn't as much fun. It definitely wasn't as much fun. I started doing stretch therapy down here for a very affluent community in Surfside, and when this lady told me that I had to take the back door, the back service entrance, is when I knew I didn't want to do that anymore. And my heart was always being pulled toward real estate. Like, we bought our first house here. The real estate agent, her name is Kim Smith, who helped us find this house. She's an investor, and she just planted this seed of investing. And as everyone here knows, the moment you look up real estate investing, what's the easiest way to get started? The first thing that pops up is wholesaling. And I was like, great, let me get into wholesaling. And I tuned into Wholesale Hotline once, and I heard Jamil once. Didn't even see him, but I heard his voice, and I was like, I'm gonna check this dude out. I like how he's talking. And then, I mean, from there, the rest is history, right? Like, I knew I didn't want to spend any money because I didn't have any. I stopped on online training and was living off my savings. It was easy for me to join a mentorship. I've done it before with personal training. I believe in paying for people who are smarter than you, who can coach you to cut that learning curve so you can get to where you want to go faster. So that was a no-brainer. It was just a matter of who was that right who. And for me, it is still Jamil. As far as wholesaling goes, like, the methodologies that I've learned and been able to put into play in action has changed the entire game, and it's been a blast. I first got started similar to most people, right? Making no money, no deals. And Jamil said one thing. Jamil, you already know this is my favorite story. Jamil said one thing, which was simply fall in love with wholesaling. And that changed everything. Who here is in love with wholesaling? Like, if you're in love with wholesaling, or you want to be in love with wholesaling, can I get a heart? Can I get some feedback? Like, yeah, wholesaling is the shit. I'm having a blast, or I really want to get into it because I see other people having fun. There we go. Like, yes, me, I want to get into it. Yes, let's go. So Jamil said, fall in love, and we did. And when I say we, you may hear me go back and forth between I and we, because my fiance, Sasha, she works very closely with me. She does all the comping, and now she's like talking to agents and submitting offers too, and getting her own deals as well. So you'll hear me say I and we quite often, but that changed the game for us. And it's been, I don't want to say smooth selling, because nothing in real estate is smooth, but the momentum has been just on fire ever since we just made that mental switch, along with some other things, right? Like daily prayers. Like, I got to put my dog in a sit just to make sure I can pray, because I like to pray on my knees and like really get into that humble space, and getting back to working out, taking care of body, right? Take care of body, take care of mind, everything else kind of falls into play. So it was rough in the beginning, but since then we got the first deal in November, and we've been, I would say, 2 to 4 deals a month. And that ranges between like 15 and 30K a month, unless you were to ask me about last month. That was a fun story. We'll talk about that later. But it's been a great ride. It's been a great ride. And I have lots to share. I'm just not sure of if Jamil is coming back on or not. So I don't want to take up too much of the intro space, but I'm
been listening to you. Your story is great, because it, like, what I love to show people is the range, right? Like, you can have a team like Michelle and Paul, where you're like virtually managing all these people, and your revenue will show that. You could have a really small, really efficient, really like, hey, we're gonna get this done, deal to deal, personal relationships. Like, you're the front line, Sasha's the front line, and you can earn an incredible living, like $15,000 to $30,000 a month. I just want to say, guys, okay, if $15,000 to $30,000 a month would be life game changing for you, just say that in the chat.
Game changing.
Extra $15,000 to $30,000 changes the world for you, then let us know. Because look, for the longest time, that's what I was taking home from Keegley. We ran so efficiently. We would do like 60 deals in the month, and I would only take home a $10,000 check. Right? We got to the point though where the cash accounts in Keegley are over $10 million. So we saved tons of money so that we could operate and expand and grow and explode. But I was living on $10,000. And I'll tell you, 10 grand a month, I felt pretty good. Like I was rich, in my opinion. I thought I could eat anything I wanted to eat. I didn't have any issues with paying the bills. I didn't cry about gas money. I didn't like nothing. I could treat people. If we went out somewhere, I could take the bill and not think about it and not have to like worry like, oh my God, I spent like $600 yesterday on dinner. Like that's a lot of money, you know? Like none of that, all that disappeared. When a family member needed money, I could help. If somebody passed away and there was a GoFundMe and I knew and cared about those people, I could donate. But then you get to a point where you can start donating to people that you don't even know. Right? Like you can start actually helping people in a more random way, which I think finds its way back to you again. So I say this to say the way that she's running her business, guys, is she's like a one-man show, right? One-woman show. And then Sasha is another one-woman show. And they're growing and they're doing this. And I've heard nothing but incredible feedback from your interactions with people, Mia. And so I think this is such a great way to get started. Guys, she is going to blow your minds with her ability to connect. And you're running on the batch dialer today?
Yes.
Are you feeling good?
Yes, I'm super excited. I love this. Man, these phone calls are great. Like agents are fun. You get so many different personalities, and you'll see like guards going up and then coming down, and it's gonna be fun.
Amazing. Emily, are you with us again?
I'm back.
So I threw you a little shade, and the whole chat jumped down my throat. Like, I'm not kidding you. They love you. They're like, what? Don't do Emily like that.
What did you
Jamil?
say about me?
I was just like, we don't need her. And they're like,
oh, please. Jamil.
You know I need you.
I do. I know.
You guys kidding
That's
me?
why when you say that,
Emily's my backbone. Like she's one of the most important people in my life. Like legitimate. Like you don't even. My wife talks to Emily sometimes more than me, so that we can like she can figure out what's going on in my world. Like that's how important Emily is to the workings of this crazy man that you see on the screen. Okay. I am super excited for this. We've got Kyle from Batch Dialer here, ready to answer any questions that you guys might have about the dialer. He's going to be here for support. Can we also bring Kyle on so we can just quickly say hello to him?
So we actually have Christina with us today.
Okay, I apologize. I thought it was Kyle, but Christina, hello.
Yeah, I'll bring her up. Just make sure you turn on your camera when you come on, Christina.
Thank you for
Hi,
reminding
Christina.
me, Emily. Hi, Jamil. Hi, Mia. Hi,
Wonderful
Emily.
to see you.
Yes, nice to see you too. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So we are going to be running the batch dialer. We've got and what market are you pulling the agents list from, Mia?
Miami.
So we're going to do South Florida, Miami. This is going to be caliente. Are we ready? All right, let's get this man off the screen. Let's give the show to the star.
All right, so we're gonna make calls today. A couple things that I want to mention when making calls. You're gonna hear first and foremost, if you're new to making calls, like who's new to making calls? Can I get a thumbs up? Like who's new to just making calls either to agents, sellers, whatever. But all right, perfect. I'm new, great. So just so you know, and you probably experienced this already, when you first got started, especially before you had a dialer, I was on my phone, I had the numbers, and I was like pacing like around my living room, like pumping myself up, like I'm about to make this call. Okay. And I'm like, Sash, I'm going to do it. Sash, I'm going to make the call. And it's after like, you got this, babe, go. And I'll get on the call, you wait. And then they pick up. And then you're like, fuck. And then you say what you rehearsed. Hey, my name is Mia. I'm a local investor here in the area, and then they throw you a curveball and you freeze, right? And so that's going to happen, and it's totally okay. It's part of the process, and it's what makes it fun. You know, one of the best advice someone gave me actually was I used to go on the MLS, find properties, find the agent's numbers. I'm a licensed now in Florida, and I operate in South Florida, but I would go like Google the number, find the number, and I would call them, and I would just practice having a conversation, talking about the property before even like comping it or submitting an offer or anything like that, because I needed to take some of the pressure off and kind of get the reps in. You've heard me mention that I have a personal training background, so I believe in getting reps in. And you may hear me reference and use some terminologies from that fitness world, because that's what I did for 7 years. But I wanted to I believe in small steps. That's how I changed women's lives in fitness, and is how, I'm changing my life and for my family now, right? So small steps. So I started before even underwriting a property. I just got the reps in of making phone calls and having those conversations, because the more you do it, the more you stumble and fumble when it's not a big deal. When it is time and you do have a property, you're like, man, I need to lock this up. You've already had the practice. So that's something that I just want to tell you, that like I encourage you all to go out there, find properties on market, and just find the agent's number, call them, and talk to them about the property. And that's it. You don't have to do anything else. But just get in the habit of talking to them and knowing that a real estate agent is no different from you. Like, we're all human. You know what I mean? They may have more experience with real estate. They may not. They may be brand new themselves. You really don't know. This could be their very first listing. You don't know. So get in those reps. What else? Some of the things you may hear on the calls that I'll make, you may hear someone ask if I'm willing to sign a buyer broker agreement. What that means is that they're asking me if they can be my exclusive real estate agent across the board, so that only that person can submit offers on my behalf. The answer to that, for when you hear it, is we can absolutely do it per property, right? So I'm not telling them no, because they're not going to hear anything else after that no. I'm going to tell them yes, absolutely, of course, no problem. But right, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it per property. Because if they bring me a deal, I want them to feel confident knowing that they're going to get a commission on that, right? Like if an agent brings you a deal, yes, give me a thumbs up. You're like, yeah, get paid. You brought me this deal. But if you find your own deal, they don't get paid for that deal. You'll get paid for that deal, right? Is that fair? Right, perfect. Okay, so they'll say that. You'll say, absolutely no problem. We can definitely do it on every property that you send me. Does that work? Yes, perfect. They may also ask, well, if I send, because you'll hear me say that I'm really looking for, you may hear me say I'm looking for something off market because I have a real estate license myself. I'm all over the MLS. You'll hear me say these things. And they'll say, well, how do I get paid if I bring you something off market? It's very simple. This is how they're going to get paid. Either one, they have a listing agreement in place with the seller, and therefore the seller will pay them, or I will pay them. Now, I'm not going to, and this is how I'm going to say this. I can't say that I'll pay your commission, but what we'll do is we'll take it deal by deal, transaction by transaction, and create a win-win situation for all parties that seem fair. Those are the two ways. Either the seller's going to pay them per their listing agreement, or I'm going to pay them. And we're going to discuss that and agree on that and write it in that buyer broker agreement for that property. And we'll have that conversation. What else? Oh, they may ask straight up, are you a wholesaler? I'm a real estate investor, and I utilize all strategies available to me, whether that's flipping, long-term rentals, short-term rentals, or selling this opportunity to my friends, my fellow investor friends, right? So I'm not saying, no, I'm not a wholesaler. What I'm saying is I'm an investor. That's what we all are here. We're all in real estate to invest. Yes, yes, or yes. Thumbs up. Perfect. Yeah, we're all here to invest. So this is what we're doing. So the answer to that is I'm a real estate investor, and I utilize every strategy available to me based on the information being presented to me at that time. this is a question someone asked me before. If I do, this is not for the conversations today though, but if you do get a deal, people have asked me, do I reveal my exit strategy to that agent? It really depends on that transaction. And when we get into story time, if someone can bring that conversation up again, we can talk about it because I do want to get into calls. Something you're going to hear today, which is going to be very fun. Don't be discouraged. Just know that this is their own karma. I get it often in my follow-ups too. Oh, the inventory is so low. The market's changing right now. Blah, blah, blah. Woe is me. Essentially, you know, what they're saying is I'm a bad agent and they don't want to say it and they want to put the fault on someone else. That's totally fine, right? You can say, hey, no problem. I know, like, it's such a weird, you know, such a crazy market that we're in right now. But just in case you come across anything, you know, I like, please, like, can Mia be the first person you think of? You know what I mean? Like, don't, you know, kind of empathize, sympathize with them. Yeah, you know, this is a crazy market, but a lot, like, there's deals to be found out there. I know it because I've done a few. My friends have done a few. You just, you know, it's just a matter of finding it. So if something comes up, would you be willing to share it with me, please? Could you help me, please? Right? All right, that's it. And then we want to, I'm going to get into this, and I have some other teaching points as we go along because there's going to be some dead space, but we are about to have some fun. Are we ready? Ready to start calling?
We are so ready. I'm personally so excited to see you make these calls.
Okay, good. I hope they go well.
Oh, they will. They will.
Let me put batch dialer on here. Yes, it's sharing. Perfect.
Yep. Beautiful.
All right, here we go.
All right, Mia, it's go time.
It's go time. And I get myself pumped up like this for these calls in general anyway. You usually catch me like bouncing around my house.
Adams, at the sound of the tone, please leave me a message.
Move it on. In general, I don't leave voicemails, but if I do connect with someone, I always follow up with a text. But how the dialer works is if you don't mark it as a success, like, it'll cycle that person back around, and then maybe they'll pick up next time.
You've reached Jessica Adams with 170s International Realty. I am.
Hi, Erica. Erica? Hello? Cecilia?
30577.
All right. We're getting that much closer. Someone's going to pick up. Hey, Alex.
Yes.
Hey, Alex, I'm so glad you picked up. I called like 5 different people today and no one answered the phone. I'm looking for a real estate agent to help me find properties. Are you the person to do that?
That's what I do.
Ah, perfect. All right. And this is why you picked up the phone. So I greatly appreciate that, Alex. So
Of course.
I am looking for, I'm actually looking for two different things. So it depends on what comes up for you. But personally, I'm looking for a property that needs to be fixed up. And that can work either for a flip or that's a little bit further east that can work for a short-term rental.
So you're looking for a property that can be short-term rental and something that needs to be fixed up.
Yes.
Okay. And short-term rental, you're looking for like a a condo, like a house, because there's a lot of good, there's a lot of very good short-term rentals, new construction available in Brickell. I don't know, you know,
Ooh, Brickell's a
where you can do
nice
Airbnb
area.
and there's no restrictions.
I
Hello?
haven't yeah, I'm looking for more of like a single family property because I want something that can have like about 3 bedrooms and a lot of space so I can put as many beds in there as possible.
Oh, of course, I can agree.
Do you have anything like that?
Of course. I mean, the first thing I'll need is your email, and I can start sending you properties, and of course I'm gonna save your number. And by is it something you would want to finance or you would want to pay cash for a property?
Oh no, we're coming in cash. That's why I said we're looking for something that needs to be fixed up. So it's totally fine if it won't actually work for financing. Like if the roof is in piss poor condition, like that's fine. I'd rather force the appreciation if I can and kind of pull some money out the deal after we fix it up, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, so you wanna yeah. I agree. I see what you mean. All right, perfect. Well, if you don't mind, if you I wanted to also thank you for calling me, and if you don't mind me asking, how did you get my number?
You know what? So I look it up. So full transparency, I have a real estate license myself, but I'm not a realtor. Like I'm actually not that great at finding my own property. So I like to go to experts like yourself, Alex. And so I've kind of just like compiled a list of realtors in Miami, and I've been actively looking for rock stars who are like, yes, I find properties like this, I can help you, because that's not my strong suit. I'm much better at, underwriting it, getting the money, renovating it. Like that's my strong suit right there. But actually going out and sourcing it, I need a pro like yourself.
No problem. Well, I mean, I do real estate full time. I'll save your number, and of course, if I come across anything, I'll definitely send it over.
Thank you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to text you, right? Because this is my work number and it won't come back to me. So I'm going to shoot you over a text while we're on the phone right now. And it's 786-218-2557. All right. Hey, Alex. This is Mia. Thank you for helping me find my next property. I'm just going to speak it into existence. Did you get it?
Yep, I got it.
All right, perfect. Well, I'm super excited to work with you, Alex. I'm guessing I'm currently about to sell one in Alapata right now. So if you come across anything in that area, I would love to do another one in that neighborhood. And kind of
which area?
And Alapata is just east of Wynwood. Just west of Wynwood.
I see. Well, very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure to talk to you, Mia. I'm gonna save your number, and if you could also send me your email, and if you don't mind me also sending me your full name, because I have a lot of contacts in my phone already saved as Mia, so I'll forget this Mia to contact.
You know what? Yeah, I'm used to being in California. There's not too many Mias out there, but down here it's pretty common. So I'm gonna shoot you everything, my buy box and all of the details. You'll get it all from me today.
All right, beautiful. Well, thank you, and have an amazing day.
Awesome, thank you too. Okay.
All right. Bye.
Awesome.
That was so good. People in the chat were like, damn, she's bad.
Awesome. I'm just going to put that on break to see if anyone has any questions about that, or do I just go back to dialing? Let me know. Either say questions or dialing.
I think they're all just so like impressed and took so many notes from it. Do you see the comments?
All right, so look, the biggest thing I want you guys to take away, especially when someone picks up the phone, is I always compliment them for picking up the phone. Agents that pick up the phone are agents that want to work. It's just that simple. All right, I see someone has like a Hey, Monica.
Yeah?
Hey, Monica, I am so excited to meet you. My name is Mia, and I'm really hoping that you can help me. I am looking for a property to fix up in Miami.
Can you repeat? Because I can barely hear you. You sound like really far away. I'm so sorry.
No, that's totally fine. I was saying that my name is Mia, and I am looking for a property to fix up in Miami. Can you help me?
Yes, of course.
Bet. Thank you. That's exactly. You don't know. You believe it or not, Monica, it's so rare to get someone to just say yes. So I appreciate it. Do you have? I'm looking for single families that are kind of like run down. Do you have anything available now?
I'm thinking, well, actually, I'll have to see if someone else that works with me has something similar.
Okay.
Since the market's going crazy,
Yeah, I know.
we've been like looking around for some sellers that really want their property to be sold instead of them fixing it and rent it out.
Right.
So I'll have to check. In what area are you looking for?
You know what? As close to, you know how it goes, right? As east as you can be. That's always the best. Right now I'm selling one in Alapata. If I can be around there, or like Little Havana, West Little River, those areas that are turning around, I would love to be around there. But I'm open. You're the expert here, so I'll be leaning on you. If you see anything and you're like, Mia, act on this now, this is a dope property, then I'm gonna take it into consideration. So I'm leaning on you, Monica.
All right, I'll check. I'll see what I find, and I'll send it to you. All right.
All right. So look, I just sent you a text because this is my work number. It won't come back to me. I just sent you a text. Did you get it?
All right. Yeah, I did.
Bet. All right. So we are connected now. Yeah, if you come across anything, just text it to this number, and I'll follow up with you too, because I'm sure you have a lot on your plate.
All right, let me ask you something. How do you get my phone number?
I looked it up. So I'm actually licensed here in Florida myself, but I'm fairly new to Miami. I moved from California, so I'm kind of looking for rockstar agents who know this area like front and back and can help me find my next property.
All right. I'll see what I find and I'll send it to you, Mia. Thanks for calling.
Thank you for picking up. I appreciate it. We're gonna crush it together.
My pleasure.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Great. These are great people.
They really are.
Yeah, these are some good calls. Alethea says, I need that confidence. It comes with time.
Please
Gustavo.
leave your message for 75.
I'm telling you guys, when I first got started, I was running, like pacing around my living room and just to get my energy up and talking, and I stuttered the whole time, and it's totally fine. It's totally fine. It helps.
Automated voice messaging system.
Let's see here. Let's check out this Q&A. Can we review how to get the number you offer to the realtor again when finding online? What does that mean? Can we review, Emily? Jess, you're asking, can we review how to get the number you offer to the realtor?
Hello?
Hi, Thad?
Yes.
Did I pronounce that properly?
I'm sorry?
Did I pronounce your name properly, Thad?
Yes.
Oh, great. Perfect. My name is Mia. Well, Thad, I need your help. I'm looking for a property to fix up in Miami and preferably turn it into a short-term rental. Do you
Okay.
have any single families now, or like small duplexes that could use some work?
Yeah, we pretty much focus on commercial properties. So what was your targeted investment amount?
Oh, well, I have funding partners. I have the ability to go up to $1 million if necessary. I personally am not looking into commercial, but I am very well connected to other investors who are looking for commercial properties. Do you have anything available now? I just had someone flying in from New York, as a matter of fact, and she's looking for an apartment building. She's down here now, landed yesterday.
Yeah, so we don't our listings right now are very large listings, and we're focused on a lot of our development projects right now. So I think probably we're not probably the best source for I think what you're looking for. I appreciate the reach out. But yeah, our stuff is 50 million. They're large projects.
That's totally fine. Again, one of the things that I mentioned was that I'm very well networked. I have people in my circle that are spending 50 plus. In fact, we were just looking at a commercial property in Orlando for $305 million. It was 1,600 units.
Mm-hmm. Got it. And could I get your name again, please? Sorry.
Absolutely. My name is Mia, like Mama Mia.
Okay, Mia, and then your last name?
Smith.
Okay. And this is the best number to reach you, 686-8423?
No, this is a business line. I'm going to shoot you a text. Am I calling you on your cell phone, or is this a business line?
Correct.
Too?
Yeah. If you want to text me your contact information, and then I'm running into a meeting, but then we can have a follow up and see how we can address your investors.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much, Thad. I'm so happy I caught you before your meeting.
Okay. All right, Mia. Thanks for your call.
All right, you too. Bye.
Okay.
All right, look at that. Rocking and rolling.
So good. You totally turned him around.
Yeah, so that's going to happen. Hold on. People are going to.
Please leave your message for 7.
Yes,
people
girl.
are going to they're going to tell you what they cannot do, right? Oh, we're not a good fit for this reason. Oh, the market is bad. Oh, this or that. You have to remember, yes, so we as wholesalers, we're connected to everyone, even if we're not directly connected to, right? 6 degrees of separation. I'm one phone call away from someone who has a hedge fund that is looking at that $300 million property that you heard me just mention. I don't have $300 million, right? But I'm connected. So one of the best things that you can do when you're first starting is network. I go to, I think, always one meetup a month, but there's usually about 3 that I may attend any given month. No more than that, because you got to make deals. But connect and network and ask questions. Hey, Lourdes.
Not available at the moment. Our office hours are.
Let me send this message to Thad and finish that.
Zero 5 4 5.
Okay, so let's see. If you're saying that you're buying cash, when you wholesale it, what happens with a buyer who wants to finance it? Well, when you wholesale, when you're discoing that property,
Called has a voicemail box
you are
that has
saying
not been.
that you are telling them that they have to come with cash or hard money. So you shouldn't run into that. If you have prop string gave MLS access back to their privy, is it really necessary to get in contact with an agent for MLS access? No, not really. You don't need to get in touch with an agent for access. You can use PropStream or Privy or Zillow. I mean, honestly, I use Zillow to comp, and before I had my license, I used Zillow to find properties too. So no, you don't need to do that. The purpose of getting in contact with agents is to see if you can get properties off market. If they can send you stuff before they list it, or if they see something that's not moving and maybe they have rapport with that with the listing agent for that property, maybe they can get your offer in. Hey, Ricardo. Ricardo? All right, what else here? Do you feel like making an offer today? We love to see you in action. I'm always ready to make offers. And I guess it depends on if a deal comes up today. Can you talk about the comping rules that Jamil goes by for the group? There was some confusion yesterday. Some of the comps were 30 years newer than subject property being considered. Emily?
Yes, ma'am.
We have plenty of time. So for like the last hour, or 45 minutes, like I'm down to just kind of comp some stuff. I have plenty of properties in my inbox right now that we can look at and kind of go over those comping rules.
That would be awesome. I'll remind you.
Perfect. Anyone have the link that Paul and Michelle talked about yesterday? I don't know what that is. That's an Emily question.
Which one, guys? There was a couple.
Hey,
please leave your message for 786.
In case you're wondering why I speak right away as soon as I hear that, I don't want anyone to not answer me because I took too long to say hi. Like we all get that when you get unknown numbers and you pick up and you're like, hello. And I know me, if someone doesn't say hello right back in the first 2 seconds, I hang up. I don't have the time. So that's why as soon as it's connected, I'm already speaking. Whether or not they hear me fully or not, I want them to know someone's on the line.
Smart. Mia, Ben is asking, what is your buy box?
Oh, my God. Telma? Hey, Telma. My buy box is, I'm going to share the screen. I actually stole it from Michelle. I stole it from Michelle. The only thing that is really different in there is the fact that I tell them that I have a license, and so that I am specifically looking for stuff that is off market, or and I put a line, or if you're a master negotiator, if you see anything 9 days or older. Essentially, I'm asking them for 3 single families, 3 twos, 1,000 square feet or more. And I'm also asking if it has tenant problems or permit problems, because people tend to stay away from those. But if I can help solve that problem for a lower price point, then, that's game changing. Those can be in headache though. So unless you're ready to like actually go and try to like talk to the tenants, offer them cash for keys, unless you're willing to talk to the city, find out every single permit and what is needed to cure that permit. If you're not willing to do that, don't, because it's a headache. But I do. I actually find that stuff fun. I put my little detective hat on. Hey, Sonia. Yeah, we put our Sasha and I, we put our little detective hats on. We have all the case numbers and permits, and we're finding out what needs to be done, and we're like cross-referencing it to a team that we have of architects and engineers. How much would it cost to remedy this problem? And then we base our offer price on that. Like, hey, this is going to cost us an extra $30K just to legalize this addition. Or if there's tenants in there, you show up with, hey, Silvana.
Hi, this is Silvana Costa. Please leave your message.
Or if there's tenants in there, you show up with some coffee or some, Jamil likes cinnamon rolls, right? And you just say, hey. And I usually present myself as the real estate agent, and I'll say, hey, the property is being sold, and I'm here to help you see if you need help finding another place to live. And then usually all the BS will come out on why they not gonna leave and how this happened with the landlord and da da da. And then you listen and solve their problem if you can. So I like those. I like properties with problems because people tend to stay away from them. But that's usually how you can get a lower price point if people are willing to play ball and they recognize that they have a problem. Hey, Sebastian. Sebastian? Sebastian, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Oh, you sound a little jumbled.
No.
Okay, but you can hear me clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Oh, there you go. Okay, I can hear you now. Hi, Sebastian. I'm sorry for completely interrupting your day on this Thursday. I just need some help. I am looking for properties that need to be fixed up. Maybe they're in original condition or they're just dirty, like hoarder house. Do you come across anything like that?
To be honest with you, you're an investor, or what do you do?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm looking to invest it either to flip it or turn it into a short-term rental.
Okay. What's the average price that you're looking for?
So my sweet spot is anything up to 500,000, but we just picked up a property for 540. So we're willing to go over that amount. It just depends on what the after repair value is.
Okay. Okay. Well, if I come across anything, I'll definitely hit you up. Can you just text me, please, your information?
Absolutely.
And I'll, when I come across something, I'll let you know. How do you guys buy with hard money or?
Yes, we use hard money and private money.
Okay.
You know the whole rule, right? OPM is the name of the game.
Yep. Okay, great. So just let me know, and then when I have something, I'll definitely text you guys or let you know.
Thank you so much, Sebastian. I appreciate it. I'm shooting you a text. It's coming from my cell phone because this is my business line. Did you get that text message?
Yeah, I got it. Text me.
All right, perfect. Have a great day.
You too. Bye. Take care.
Yeah, bye. All right, how we doing over here?
Doing great. Everyone's like, the smile and dial always gets them.
The smile and dial?
Yes, always gets them.
Good. Yeah, this stuff, I mean, this is really what it's like. It's kind of boring. You just sit here and, you wait for people to pick up. But what's going to happen is I usually don't actually get deals from my initial conversation. But in that follow-up, that follow-up call, that follow-up text, that's usually where it's like, hey, I have something coming up, or I do have something right now, or they don't have anything, but because you just followed up with them, something falls into their lap 2 days later and you're top of mind. Hey, Rita?
Your call is very important to us. Please listen to the following options.
As someone, an agent I reached out to, she wasn't from Agent Outreach. This was for an offer. I submitted an offer. It didn't get accepted. But we built really great rapport. And she hit me up yesterday and said, hey, I have something. I think you would like it. You're the first person I called. Great. Thank you. It's out to my list today.
Mia, we had a couple questions on how often you follow up.
I follow up once a month unless I know someone is a rock star. Then I follow up with them every 2 weeks. What's going to happen is not everyone gets a lot of listings. And so and Jamil says this too, if you follow up too frequently, they're just going to feel like a failure. Like, no, I don't have anything. No, I still don't have anything. No, I still don't have anything. Right. But if you put some distance in that, it doesn't feel as bad. So usually once a month I'm following up, but if they're like really good, then like every 2 weeks. But usually if they're really good, I don't have to follow up with them. They're sending me stuff anyway.
Awesome.
But
How do you organize your follow-ups? They said.
That's a good question. Okay, I need some technology, and Jamil was supposed to let me know about a program, but he hasn't yet, Emily. So if you know of one, I need some technology because this is how I'm doing it now, and I have to space it out. So I do about 20 a day when it's the top of the month. So on June 1st, right, when it's time to pay rent, pay your mortgage, June 1st is when I start the follow-ups. And I do about 20 a day. And it'll say something like, let me find a follow-up message in here. Because this month I actually got a little thrown off. But what I do is on my phone, I will go to, let me see if I can do a search here. I'm just going to type in realtor on my phone, right? So then all the people who are saved with realtor come up, and then I hit the name, I hit the message button, I type in my message. It's usually a copy and paste. Here's someone from May, so she's supposed to be followed up with in June. And you can see how she don't even respond. That's why she ain't making no money.
Ooh, maybe we should do a follow-up call.
We can do some follow-up calls. I'm definitely down.
But it's the 9th. You already did them on the 1st?
No, I didn't. I did not for June, actually. I got thrown off. I had a problem property at the beginning of this month that I think gave me some extra gray hair.
Oh, we should do a follow-up call for them.
All right, yeah, we can do. You want me to continue on the dialer?
You could do it off your phone since it's already there.
No, I mean, sorry. Do you want me to stop the dialer and start making calls here?
Oh, yeah. Or we could just do one and then go back, whatever you're feeling.
Let's see.
Just so they could hear one. All right. Is the dialer still running though? I don't want to.
No, it's on pause. It's on pause. In fact, let me do this, and then I'm gonna go to break. Let's see who to call. Should I call someone that sends me deals or someone who hasn't sent anything yet?
One of each.
All right. Let me call.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of both in the chat.
All right, let's call Tracy first. I haven't spoken to her on the phone in a minute.
Cool.
Hi, good afternoon, Tracy speaking.
Hey, Tracy, it's Mia.
Hey, Mia.
Hey, I don't know if you have this number. You know, I switched and I got a local number now.
Got you. I don't think I saved this one yet.
All right, save this one in. You can delete the 818.
Got you.
Yeah, I'm a Floridian now, taking this seriously.
I hear you. I'm still keeping my 770 number. I know people be like, "That's confusing me," but
you know, I still have them. Like I have a 773 for Chicago, and I still have my 818 for Cali. It goes to my Google Voice though, so I don't get those notifications so readily.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm calling to check in. Do you have anything that's in the pipeline, or if you have anything right now?
So I do have a couple of listings, like off-market listings. They're not mine, but they're like other people in my brokerage. I can send you one that I have in Pompano Beach.
Yes, you know I love me Broward County, please.
Yeah, so it's a single family home. I think it's a 3-2, has the pool, and it's going for $700K.
Perfect. 700. You said 3-2? 3-2 for 7. 3-2 for 700. Isn't that high for Pompano?
Girl, you know how it is right now. Like a lot of these, especially our brokerage, we focus on Airbnb. So most of these clients that we find, they know we're gonna use it for Airbnb. So but it's I mean, I will tell you, it does need a little bit of work. And I'll send you videos. But I sent it to some of my buyers, like Airbnb buyers.
Dang, and I wasn't first on that list, huh? You don't want to send it my way, Tracy?
No, so I send them to mine to see if I can find anybody, and then if I don't, I can share it out. So
I'm messing with you.
We have no inventory whatsoever right now.
Look here, you got to grab what you can get. So I completely understand.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll send that to you. I'll send you that one. That's one that I know for sure that I've seen that I think is pretty good. And then I think we also have some do you have clients in $1 million?
Yes, actually. And that's so funny. I just got a text today, no lie, saying we're looking for a luxury flip.
Okay, because I mean, this is not really a flip. This is more turnkey.
Okay.
In Hillsborough Shores in Pompano.
Okay.
My broker got that listing. Let me check to see if she sold it already. I can send that one to you too. Let me save your number and then I'll send them to you in a little bit.
All right. Can you send me the Pompano one? Do you happen to know the address offhand?
I don't.
All right.
I'm currently in my because I still work my 9 to 5, so I'm there right now, and I'm gonna walk into a meeting, so it will be like in the next hour when I finish.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
All right. Just text me if you don't hear back from me like an hour or so.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Tracy.
All right.
All right. Bye. All right. So we won't get that one for another hour. Let me set an alarm. Call Tracy in an hour.
That was so good. They were eating that up.
You gotta have fun. I have fun with Tracy. She's a good agent. And she's a hustler too. What's this? It's 12:12. So I'm gonna put 1. We'll still be on, right? In an hour?
Yeah. Yep.
1:15 text Tracy.
Patricia asks, how does Mia mention to the agents that she is not the end buyer?
I don't mention. So wholesaling is an exit strategy. So is flipping a property. So is holding a property. These are all exit strategies. So you are always a buyer. If you're not a buyer, it's technically fraudulent, right? So you are always a buyer. And the truth is, like, look at the people. There's like 989 people in here. If we all wanted to go in on a property right now, we could buy it. So we're buyers. The property I bought right now, I spent $1,500 of my own money. I didn't have that money for that property. Other people had the money. I got a hard money loan and then I got funding partners for it. Right? So we all have the capabilities of being buyers and you have to, right? Because anything other than that is fraud. And with people like buckling down on wholesaling, you have to know in your mind and be completely 100% convinced that you are a buyer. I am buying this property. The only time I'll say that I'm not is in cases like this, where like Tracy knows I'm not buying in the millions. She knows that. And so once she asked me, hey, do you have buyers in the millions? Absolutely. I 100% do. Or I made an offer the other day, an agent sent me a property. My offer, the seller wanted 300. My offer was 250. The seller turned it down. And I said, hey, well, I'm not your buyer at 300, but I know other buyers. Before you put it on the market, is it okay if I send it to my investors? Right? So you can go in and submit your offer. If it doesn't get accepted and what they want is too high, you can just ask, especially if it's off market, you can say, hey, well, can I send it to my investors and see if I can bring you something? And that's totally fine. I always mention my network. Like you heard me say it to the other guy, like I'm very well networked. Like I have people who are buying all kinds of properties. So if there's something that's too far out there that I know I cannot buy, then I'll say I have buyers for it. But anything $1 million and below, I know I can get the funding for it. So therefore I'm the buyer.
Beautiful.
I will say this. You may feel like you want to tell them what your exit strategy is. You're more than welcome to do that. I wouldn't until I already have it assigned. Like once I already have it assigned, I would say, hey, just so you know, Emily, I decided, for whatever reason, there was another opportunity that came up, but I didn't want to cancel on you and have you guys start all over from the beginning. So I went ahead and pitched this to some investor friends of mine. So we're still closing. Everything is good. And if for whatever reason they don't perform, I can still perform. Like it's totally fine. Like don't worry about it. But what I wouldn't do is say, hey, this doesn't work out for me. I'm going to see if I have someone for it and if I'm under contract. Like that makes the agent very uncomfortable. They don't feel like you're going to close the deal. So I would not do that. I would get it assigned and then tell them, hey, this is what's happening, just so you know. And just to be fully transparent, I don't really have those conversations at all. I don't tell people what the exit strategy is. They'll see it on the HUD when there's a new buyer on there. Any other questions?
No, that was really good. That was a lot of really good info. I think you just kept answering them without even knowing they were asking. That was great.
Okay, let's see if we have someone else. This is fun. All right. See if I can get someone. You know what? I want to call this lady because every time I call her, she don't ever have anything. And I'm pretty sure she's going to probably be, if she picks up, she's probably going to be an asshole. So let's see. She's always like a Debbie Downer, man. Let's see what happens.
Oh, man.
See, doesn't pick up the phone. All right, let's get another realtor in here. One that would be a little bit challenging. Let's see. Not Kelly. Ooh, I haven't spoken to Callie in a minute. Let's call Callie. Callie's nice. She doesn't always get a lot of listings though. And she may not have my new number.
Hello.
Hey, Callie, it's Mia. Callie.
Yes.
Hey, it's Mia. I don't know if you have this number saved. I got a Florida number finally.
Good for you. No, I don't have it saved.
Yeah, well, lock me in, Callie.
I will. How are you doing?
Oh man, I am so well. It's been so good here. I'm a little in my depth though. I'm dealing with a property right now that has tons of permit issues and it's driving me crazy. But outside of that, I am doing fantastic.
Oh my gosh, that's good to hear.
How about yourself?
Are you focused up here in St. Pete, or are you still in Fort Lauderdale?
So I'm in both. I'm in both. I was trying to pick up a property in Clearwater that's not that far from you. And I may, you know what, where do you live near Clearwater, Kelly?
Yeah. I'm actually right now, I'm about 15 minutes from there.
You know what? I could probably use your help. It's an old guy. He's like in his 90s. And he never really remembers me when I call. And I can't seem to find out who his power of attorney is. So I may need your help with that one. Would you be willing to kind of knock on the door and see if you can get some information from him and help him maybe get him into another place to live?
Yeah. Do you have his contact information, like a phone number? Or?
I do, and I can send it over to you.
Yeah, send it over to me. I'll try calling him first, and if he lets me, meet with him, then we can go from there.
Okay. I can't remember so part of the holdup is that he can't remember me. The other part is he doesn't have another place to live. And I don't know. Okay. Does that work, Callie? Can you help me out? Are you able to, when you're like looking, can you put him or help him find like a senior citizen's home or something like that? Does that fall under?
Yeah. So are you saying like assisted? Does he need assisted living, or does he need to just live in a like 55 and older community?
You know what? That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. I can't get straight answers from him.
What we need to do is, because obviously before you can even have him sign anything,
exactly,
he's even capable of. So once we find that out, right, then we can kind of, I could definitely find him either assisted living place, but then we just need to find out who his caretaker is then and kind of go from there.
Right. Okay, great. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot you that info because I could definitely need some help with that because he already agreed on the purchase price, but I don't think the contract will hold up since his memory is funny and he doesn't have a place to go.
Okay, yeah, I could definitely find something in the Clearwater area for sure.
Thank you, Callie. You're the best.
But keep me updated. Let me know. Give me his phone number and I'll call him and I'll just tell him that I'm working with you. And like you said, hopefully he remembers, that conversation. But
yeah. And then
maybe we call him together.
We definitely can.
We could do that.
You want to do it right now?
I can't do it right now.
Okay.
But if you give me let's see, I'm in Largo right now. I gotta go do a showing in about 10 minutes. And then I have to get back on the road because I have pictures at my new listing. That's at 3:30.
You haven't, Callie, you have a new listing? You didn't tell me about it?
Well, it's not a you listing though.
Okay.
It's not for you. It's an $800,000 listing. So, but it's not a flip.
Oh, okay. Do you have any flips right now?
No, and I'm going to tell you something. What happened with Cora has traumatized me. I have PTSD. What I have experienced with this woman and all her properties, I am like, I don't even know what to do. Cora and what happened with Anissa, it is, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Sherry. I mean, that's really what it boiled down to. Title did not want to pursue it because she had her brother living in the property. And then that was all fine and dandy. That brother was agreeing to everything. But then she has like 11 more siblings that felt like they had the rights to that property, right?
Yes, I remember. That was going to be a nice property for me.
Oh my gosh, she was thrilled because, you know, it's nice to be able to work with a wholesaler who's going to take on. She doesn't have to put the house in a certain, whatever. It was all fine and dandy until Sherry told me she didn't want to touch it. Title did not want to close on it because we got called by an attorney representing the family.
Right.
So I found an attorney through Title, through Sherry, and he basically did nothing. So she still was like, hey, are they still willing to buy it? Yeah, they're still willing to buy the house, but I can't call you. I can't call Bea and say, hey, let's move forward until we get some resolution from an attorney who would present this to the judge saying that, in fact, it is your property to sell. And now, mind you, it's been since November we were supposed to close, and I still haven't heard anything. And Anissa hasn't heard anything from the attorney.
Do you want another attorney? I have one.
I do. I do want another attorney. Send me that information. And then, because she does not want the house. She wants the proceeds to be able to, everybody's living off of this house for free except her. She's the one that's paying $2,500 a month in rent somewhere else, So that's my own issue, that I didn't have anything to tell her other than, hey, let's see what the attorney says. She didn't sign anything with that attorney. She didn't give him a retainer. The last thing I know, when I spoke to her, she said she was handling some stuff and she wanted, like her brother was going to fix some things in the house. I don't know. I can't remember really. I have to kind of pull up my notes about it, but that's a house that she still wants it to be sold, so.
Well, great. We still want it. So I can give you another attorney's name. He's local to South Florida, but I'm sure he can still help out. And but don't be traumatized, Callie, because I still need you. So I need you to still find these fixer-uppers and send my way, please. And
I got, I know my other seller, Cora, she's got 3, and I know she needs to get rid of them, but there's some, once again, it was Title who we were supposed to close on it, and Sherry, for whatever reason, there was some lien issues on the property. And I'll be honest with you, we were dealing with New Western. We were dealing with a couple of wholesalers that, they offer price and then they turn around and come back 50,000 less. And it was just, the seller was just like, they're playing games, you know what I mean? And we can't do that. You go in, we all know that these houses need repairs. Come in with a reasonable offer and then stick with it. You know what I mean? Versus coming in with the reasonable offer and then after inspection, oh, by the way, we're going to offer you 50,000 less. She's not going to take that, especially in this market. Are you kidding me?
But Callie, remember my guy Crit, we already saw it. So our offer was solid. We didn't need a reduction.
No, that was Anissa's house, right? You guys didn't see. Did you guys see?
Yeah.
Cora's house.
We saw Cora's, and it had the black mold in there, and I was telling you how she can't have that tenant staying in there.
Yes, and so we were gonna go with that one, and then and then there were some liens against it. So when she tried to explain to Cora that that there was some liens against the property and that they were going to hold those funds from her, she was like, no, I'm not going to move forward with it. So what we need a buyer to say, hey, we'll absorb the cost of those liens or whatever. I'm not really sure.
But Kelly, because we can do that too, but anytime someone takes on liens, that means the price has to go down in order to take on the lien.
Right. And the thing is, the liens were not against that property. The liens were against the other properties that she owned, but because she was selling this one, they were going to hold the funds on this one. And that's what we didn't know that. We didn't know that. I understand that they're going to hold the lien, for the other properties that but this one didn't have liens on it. But because it's all under her portfolio, they were like, we're going to hold the funds. So clearly she was like, I don't want to do it anymore. So but the sad part about it is that we don't know this until 2 days before we're supposed to close.
Well,
so she was.
If you guys want to revisit it, I can revisit it with you. Because if she doesn't, she's about to miss that boat to sell. Like the market's changing. You know. So this is it's now or never at this point.
Okay, so let's do this. What's your schedule look like for tomorrow?
Tomorrow is my fiance's birthday, so I'm gonna be.
Gemini.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be.
My birthday Sunday.
Oh snap! All right, well, happy early birthday. I will technically be off, but I have my phone, so I can underwrite and review properties at any time, and I can make that time for you, Callie, because I know you can.
What I'd like to do is I'd like an opportunity to talk to her brother, who was basically the person that he's basically the person that was managing the whole transaction. She was the yes or knower, but he was the one that was managing everything. So he gets it. He's familiar with the market. And so I'd like to get on the phone with him and then just let him talk to you to where you guys are a direct, but I would like to help her. I really would. Like to help. I don't like to fail. And the fact that there was 3 properties that she trusted and I didn't sell all 3 of them bothers me. Okay. So I would like to revisit that one and just see what we can do. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, but if you want, we could try for next week and then just hit her up and see if she's still on board.
Yeah. Well, can you send me those properties again? Do you mind texting that to me before you go to your showing?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll send them over to you right now.
And then
they're all. I have them all as. I think no, that's right. I withdrew them, so they're all available on there. But I know for a fact that she said that when she gets these liens taken care of, then she's going to relist them. But I told her, I was like, man, I hate for you to even have to deal with that and pay the liens when we can take it off the proceeds from the from the house versus you having to pay up front. I mean, that makes more sense. And that's what title said we can do.
Exactly.
Until 2 days before and said, no, we can't.
Oh no, you should definitely be able to do it. I got another title company for you too. Look, let's just share resources and get the deal done.
Yeah, let's get it done.
All right.
Well, let me send this over to you too. Send me over the attorney's information. And then does this attorney handle probates also? Are you also dealing with probates?
You know what? I haven't, not personally. To tell you the truth, after dealing with that one with the 11 siblings, and then I had a waterfront over here in Fort Lauderdale with 8 siblings. I need these probates to only be passed down to an only child to make my life easier.
I hear you. I'm dealing with the probate now. It's only 4 siblings and still a pain in the butt.
I'll take on 4.
The attorneys to move forward. That's the problem.
Well, let me pass this information on. I'm not sure what his expertise. I met him actually because he helped me draw papers for a private lender. So let me just send his information on, and you can have that conversation.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you so much, Callie. And those 3 properties, please, can you send that as soon as we get off the phone?
Yes, ma'am. I'll get that over to you.
Thank you so much, Callie.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun. So, you got to hear a little bit about some problems. So Cali was from the beginning of my journey as a wholesaler, and I got my biggest assignment. It was $10,000. This was the one with that she mentioned had a brother living in the property and it didn't sell. I got connected to someone, boots on the ground there, who I still use today to help me sell anything that's in like the Tampa, Clearwater, St. Pete area, because he flips himself, so he can go in with a contractor's eye and kind of help give me numbers. And he just knows that area. He lives right over there. So I'm brand new. This is my third deal. This is my third deal that didn't end up panning out. It's my third deal. I sent someone else from Astro to get in. It was a female, but they kind of intimidated her and they wouldn't let her really inside the house. So I was like, I need to get connected to a guy. I got connected to, his name is Crit. Crit goes in there. He brings his partner who's very friendly and sociable. So they're able to get inside and take pictures because his friend is able to kind of break down those walls, right? So what's the takeaway there? The takeaway is have different people in your network with different strengths. I needed someone who can go in there in one shot and give me a breakdown of where we need to be numbers. And then he brought his buddy who can talk to the tenants that were living there to get them inside and get photos, because we tried to sell it sight unseen and it didn't work. So that happened, and we got it assigned that same day. Got it assigned, got money wired. I'm elated. I'm like, what? Oh, I went back for a price reduction because I was making $5K. I went back for a price reduction, got another $5K, and I offered to split it with Crit. And he said, no, you're brand new. Go ahead, keep that. Like, that's yours. So I'm through the roof, about to make my first $10,000. This is huge. And then this thing comes up. Now we get an attorney involved from her 11 other siblings contesting her right and ability to sell the house. And I spoke to Jamil about it, and Jamil was like, just wait it out then for them to sort it out. So we waited out November, December, January. And then the title agent, as you heard, was like, hey, I'm starting off 2022. I don't want to deal with drama. I'm not going to deal with this. I'm releasing this file. So we all had to let it go. No 10K for me, no 5K to Crit, and the end buyer didn't get his property. And it sounds like it still hasn't sold. So that was that property. The good news is, since then, since I'm no longer brand new, I do have connections. So I'm going to send her this attorney. Hopefully this can be a better attorney that can help out, and this property can come right back around to me, as well as those other 3 that she has. So fingers crossed that we get 4 deals just from follow-up. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of conversations, because I followed up with her and there's been no response. I don't know if you can see that. Well, there's like one response there. Yeah, there was one response in March, and then she didn't respond in April, and she didn't respond in May. But look how talkative she was when we got on the phone.
Yeah.
So that was a good lesson for me, because normally my follow-ups are all text messages, but I may just have to follow up with phone calls now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. What else we got? Any other questions?
I think they have lots of questions.
Let's go. Let's go through them. What we got?
Let's see. One that I had in the back of my mind that I told someone that I would ask you is, how do you build your buyers list? How did you do that?
Oh, that's very easy. 2 things. One, and I've gotten out of practice. Consistency is really key. So it's funny we're talking about this. So I can get back into practice. When I first started, every Monday I would go on Redfin. And the reason I use Redfin instead of Zillow is because they had a better setup. In fact, let me show you. I'm going to show you exactly.
Yes, show us.
Yeah, that's easier. Because I would go on, I got to do a tab. Let me do this tab, then I can change this. Oops. I go on Redfin. Now we have like Privy. So guys with Privy, this is what you can use. But if you're just getting started and you don't want to spend any money yet, this is how I got started. So I would go on here And let me do, what's it? Hold on, there's a property that recently sold by me. I just want to find the address. Or you know what? This is what I'm going to do. 33312. My neighborhood. Don't come find me.
Did you change the tab? Because we're looking at something else.
It's probably my Trello. Here we go. Yeah, I did change it. That's so funny. All right, here we go. Why is it not? Here it is. All right. You can see the Trello, right?
Redfin?
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Yep, we see it.
All right. So what I would do is I would come over here and I would go into, I would pick an area. I just did a zip code for now, but you can like zoom in, you can draw a line, like it allows you to draw and you can do all that. But what I would do is I would come over here, go to filters, and I would choose house. And I would choose, wait, hold on, here we go. Sold, there we go. Sold, house, and then I would put sold in the last, should say 1 week. The reason I choose 1 week is because when I go and then look onto the property appraiser site, it'll still have the owner's information. So it won't switch over to, it'll have the person who sold it information. It takes the county about at least 2 weeks to update it with the new owner. So that's why I always do within 1 week. And then I just come down here and do keyword and I switch between remodeled, new, and renovated. So let's see if we have anything that's renovated, if anything comes up here. All right, look at that. This looks like a flip. And so I would come here, sold on June 3rd. Oh, perfect. That was just a few days ago. And I would look to see if it really was a flip or if someone just renovated it. So let's see when it was. See, here you go. So it was sold in March for $349. This also helps you figure out like a good buy price for investors in the area. So now I know this area for whatever property this is. I'll have to go back up and see, but they're buying it for about, what's this, $350. They sold it for $640. That's a nice spread. And they got in and out in a couple months. Oh, and they had it listed. They had it listed in April, so they were in and out in a month. This was probably a hotel, actually. But yeah, so either way, this is a flip, right? So bought it for $350, sold it for $650, $640. And it looks like they did some kind of staging or something. So what I would do is I would take this information here. This is in Fort Lauderdale, so I'm going to, why is it doing that? I'm going to copy. You're not going to be able to see this, but just so you know, I'm just going to go to the property appraiser site. I'm having issues sharing my screen. I can only share one tab at a time. I'm going to the property appraiser site, and I'm typing in the address. If you have issues putting in addresses in these property appraiser sites and the address doesn't come up, my biggest advice to you is to just put in like the street number, maybe the northwest, southwest, or whatever it is, and then the name. If the name is a street like 26th, right? Instead of putting the TH, just put the 26, and then that's it. Don't put city, don't put zip code, don't put anything else. For some reason, these property appraiser sites, if you do it enough, you'll realize that they're fickle. They're very fickle and sensitive. So don't get discouraged if you're like, why can't I find my property? Just put in less information. Sometimes you'll just put in the street number and then you can be able to look through the options. All right, so this was owned or is owned, so I don't know which one, but it's owned by a Christian Mora. And what I'm gonna do now, I will change my tab. 1 second, because I want you to see this. I'm going to go to truepeoplesearch.com. Free. Let me stop sharing here. This is exactly how I got started. No lie, all the free stuff. And I still use this method to this day sometimes. I now have skip tracing credits with Lead Sherpa, but I believe Batch also does skip tracing, so you can use that to skip trace as well. Uh-oh, it's not showing. Chrome tab, people search. Do we see it? Okay.
Yep.
All right, perfect. So let's put in Christian. What did I say the name was? Christian Mora. And then let's Fort Lauderdale. All right, let's see what comes up. It's a little tedious. All right, so I only see one Christian Omora. And view details. All right, let's call him. Let's see if this is a buyer. We really don't know, but let's find out. 305-766-8696.
This is Christian.
Hi, Christian. My name is Mia. I'm sorry, this is completely random. Did you recently sell 1495 Southwest 28th Avenue?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Did you flip that property?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, because it looks completely renovated.
I'm sorry, what's this about?
Well, I know this is completely weird. So I sell properties to investors. So I was hoping that you were an investor looking for another property to renovate.
Do you have something available in Fort Lauderdale?
I have a luxury property in Fort Lauderdale, and then I have something in Pompano Beach.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to look at it.
Oh, great. Okay. Is this is your cell phone number?
You're a wholesaler?
Yes, I am. I'm also a real estate agent as well, if you ever need one. But I do mostly wholesale, and I do a little flipping on my own too.
Wait a minute. Can you wholesale and do the agent?
Man, I do everything. I'm a one-stop shop. I got a hard money lender. I got attorneys. I'm everything.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. This is my cell phone, so if you want to text me something, feel free to do so, and I'll take a look.
Absolutely. Do you have like a price range or a cap of any kind?
Not really. It just has to make sense, and you have to repair value.
Perfect. All right, then that's exactly what I needed to hear, because we get all kinds of properties. I will definitely send you something, Christian. What is the best email to reach you?
It'll be christianomora@gmail.com.
christianomora@gmail.com. Perfect. So I'll definitely send you what I have, just so you can remember. My name is Mia, like Mama Mia.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the call.
Have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye. Look at that. We got a buyer.
That is amazing.
What's up? Look at that. Free stuff, just like that. And all you guys got that buyer because it's right here on the screen. So now everyone knows Christian Mora. You got a buyer. Better take that number down because I'm about to stop sharing it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go. I hope you got him, because I'm definitely got him.
That is so awesome.
And that was how I started building my list, just like that. So I would go to Redfin, I would type in renovated, then I would type in remodeled, then I would type in new. And all those properties that would come up, take it over to the property appraiser site, take that, get the owner's name, put it in True People Search, and voila, start calling. You're going to get people that's like, yes, send me what you have. You're going to get people that say, no, I find my own properties. Then you say, all right. and keep it moving. You know what I mean? If people want to block their blessings, you let them. And that's how you get started. Also, in addition to that, is I scrape emails off of posts and Facebook groups. Honestly, like anyone that puts up an email, I go to their page. I see if they're actually flipping stuff. I send them a friend request and a direct message. And then I comment on where they posted their email address and say, hey, I just sent you a DM, so that they can go and check, because it's not going to pop up. Since we're not friends, it's not going to pop up. They'll miss it. So they can go and check. I usually, do a little intro, try to get their number right away, and then get them on the phone. I always like to get people on the phone. I think that's my strong suit. That's also why I go to meetups. So I'm not too big on virtual for me, because that's not a strength of mine. I think I do very well. I do very well in person, on the phone, personality. You can feel my energy. I can feel yours. I can smile. Like I like those things. It works well for me. So I do think like leaning into what works well for you, definitely. I mean, that's how I ended up doing on market deals. Like it's what feels very good to me. It makes me comfortable. I know a lot of times we say go into your discomfort, and that is true. And you do want to build up your weaknesses, but I don't believe in starting off something from a weak standpoint. Lean into your strengths to get going, build momentum, and then start tackling those weaknesses, and or find people whose strengths are your weaknesses. One of the two, right? But to get going, you need a win. Like even in personal training, when I would start, with diet changes, I would have people start whatever, and they could choose whatever it was, whether it was making sure you just drink a glass of water first thing in the morning, something small. Maybe you packed a lunch one day out the week. That's it. Not every day, one day out the week. Maybe you didn't pack a full lunch. Maybe you just packed a snack, so you didn't nibble on the candy that was on the, the employee's desk, your colleague's desk right next to you. So instead you had your own snack, right? So I believe in starting small, doing what you can, being in control of it, being consistent, and getting a win. Because that win motivates you to get the next win, and motivates you to get the next win. And then it kind of feeds off itself. I hope that was helpful.
That was awesome. Jamil just asked me to bring him back on.
Oh, great.
Holy moly. Those are incredible calls.
Thank you. I thought you were gone. This is kind of embarrassing, like watching my coach like was listening.
No, I do that on purpose because I don't want to make you nervous. Wow. Guys, throw up some fire emojis for those phone calls. Incredible. I mean, like a full range, right? You literally get to hear connectivity at its finest here. Very well done.
Jamel,
very well done.
I know you were on your conference call, but Mia did agent cold calls, agent follow.
I caught some of those.
And then called a buyer.
I know. So, we've had some comments, from people that are like, Jamil, this is such great value. I love it. But like, what's the rest of the process? Guys, this was the process, right? You get to hear, how does the deal get generated? Okay, then how do you connect the dot to the buyer? What does that call sound like, right? This is what this is. All we do when we wholesale is find an opportunity, make sure that we underwrite it correctly, secure the opportunity, and then pass that off to a buyer, and be able to communicate to the buyer in a way that gets them aligned to your vision of what the potential in that property was. That's the game. We don't need to overcomplicate this. So impressed. So impressed. What I'm not impressed with is the fact that only 7 of you are getting the replay of this, because only 7 of you guys actually have decided that you are planning on trying this out with the batch dialer and getting the agents list from us. So I don't know if you guys are waiting to do that until after today's session, which is totally fine. But we are enforcing that. Okay, I'm 1000%, because here's the thing, you know, it's about action. It's not just about yipping and yapping, right? So as much as I love the observers, it's again, we're homies, we're friends. You can always watch this for entertainment purposes. Although I don't understand what the purpose would be. I'm not that funny, right? There's better TV shows to watch than this. But only 7 of you guys? Come on, right? So Emily, please put the dialer link back up in the chat. Pin it, do all the things. You put a dress on it, put some, you know, high heels on it. Guys, click that link. It's hot. It's important. You want to see that. You want to try this out, right? That's like you do hope to push this into action in your life. That's what you got to do. Emily, please make sure that we don't auto send this out tonight, because I know last night it got auto sent. No auto send. We're manually sending this out to the people that took action, and that's just going to mean less work on our end, because if there's only 30 of you guys that do it, that's totally okay. Any other questions? Let's get a couple more questions here before we call it a wrap. Mia, what was your best takeaway from this?
My takeaway?
Yes. From your conversations, what do you feel right now the openness of the agents are to communicate, to talk, actually to give opportunities? How do you feel about how agents are being receptive at this specific moment in time?
Great.
Very, very open, right? Very ready. And everyone's realizing that there is market shifts happening. And so wholesalers are becoming the best friends of agents right now. Guys, we'll never be as loved by realtors as we will be over the next 12 months. What were you going to say, Mia? I cut you off.
Oh no, I was saying, you said, are we ending soon? I don't know why.
No, we don't have to end. If you want to hang out and do this till 5 p.m., I'm with it.
Mia did want to run some numbers.
Let's run some numbers.
I do, yes. Let me pull up back sleeves real quick.
And it's better that you're here because you're the comp master.
I know. And Jamil's never watched me underwrite a deal before, so this is going to be fun.
You've done a great job, because when you bring those deals to the call, you're always on point with your numbers. So I know you know what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. All right, let's get logged in here.
Here, let's minimize me so she's the screen. I love that almost everyone who signed up today, or everybody who showed up today, that you guys have all stayed. I love that. Thank you for honoring yourself, honoring your time, and staying here. Not just being that, hey, I'm watching for 5 minutes. If this doesn't give me everything I want in my life, I'm leaving. Like it did and more. It gave you everything you wanted and more. 998 of you remained engaged. Incredible. That's all you, Mia.
All right. Yeah, well, this has been super fun for me. We're about to get into some properties, but I did want to say, if you want to connect with me, I believe my info is pinned somewhere.
Yes, I just put it back up in the pinned comment, guys. Mia's info, everything you need is right up there. Connect with Mia Smith.
Perfect. And just so you know, I can help with any property in Florida. I'm better at the ones that are in major cities. If they're not in major cities, I usually, to tell you the truth, I don't really spend much time. As Jamil will say, go where the buyers are. So I'm in the major cities: Miami, Tampa and Tampa area, Orlando area. So when I say Miami, I mean all of South Florida, West Palm Beach, Delray, Fort Lauderdale, all of Broward County, Miami-Dade County, and Jacksonville. So anything else that's sprinkled in that inland part of Florida, I don't really know it. But I probably know people who do, because like I said, I'm very well networked and I meet new people every single day. All right, so let's come to properties. These are in St. Pete, so this would be fun because I haven't looked at St. Pete in a while. Here we go. So 2 7. I remember correctly, this may or may not be a duplex. I'm not sure. Let's see. No image available. All right, let's see here. So 1940, 972 square feet is 3-1. This isn't the right. Oh, this could be the brother. I'm going to say this isn't the right owner's name. Back says it's about 233,000. As you can see, it was canceled. It was on the MLS. That's how I found it to begin with. Where on here would it say? I guess this is single family. I don't see. Yeah, single family. Okay, perfect. So let's check out some comps. So I only really like to look at sold. I will sometimes. So here's the thing. This is a little something. When I'm comping a property to submit an offer, I'm very stringent. I mean, I'm like super stringent. And well, I'm not. Really, Sasha is. Sasha is like by the book. She brings up, Jamil, if you're still listening, she brings up your company rules all the time. She's like, Jamil said, don't go here, don't do this, da da da. Like she's very.
Yes.
But when I'm going to sell a property, I have a little bit more freedom and I start looking at pending sales and trying to like push that ARV a bit, just so you know. So it's I kind of tweak it. Okay, so let's find this one. So this property is down here and sold in the last 12 months is fine. I want to be within a half mile. Boom. And all right, so let's filter that. I don't really need to look at anything else. All right, so let's see what's here. $252. I wish the problem with this one is that I can't see what it looks like. So I can't really tell like the front of the house to compare the houses. So just going off numbers, we have this one is 252 here, 2-1. So I would add 10K for that extra bedroom. The square footage is about the same. What does it look like? I wonder if this has more photos. No, it doesn't. Oh no, I lost track of what I was doing. Let's go back. Oh, it opened up a new tab. Okay, so I'm not lost. All right, so this didn't have photos. So we're at 252 is what it sold for. It sold for more than what it was listed for, so that's good to know. And that's actually very common in St. Pete.
And normally if you see that, I just wanted to, sorry to pop in. When you see the price escalate that way, you can, and again, this isn't a rule, guys, and this isn't going to always be true. But oftentimes when you see the price escalate like that, it means it's a retail deal, which means it's very high probability that it was remodeled. So even though you don't see pictures, it's an inference that you can make, and then you possibly want to find some evidence to support that. But that's the inference that I find is true 9 out of 10 times.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking when I just saw this piece right here. So sold for 252. It's a 2-1. The other one was a 3-1, right? So we're going to add 10K for that. So we're looking at about a 260 ARV so far. Let's see what else is around here. Can anything else beat that is the question. Where did I just go? Oh, here we go. I went up on accident. All right, let me check out this. This looks a little bit far, though. I don't like that one. What's this 275? That looks similar. Oh, wow, look at that. And this was listed for 1. This is weird. Now, Jamil, this is weird to have a big difference like that by 100,000. But 3-1 square footage is a little bit bigger. So we're around, what did I say the other one was? 260. This says 275. So we're gonna go 275. When did this sell? This was in February. Yeah, we're gonna go with 275.
I like
All right.
that.
So,
Yep.
Hmm?
I like that. I think that's a good comp to use.
so we have two good comps. We're at 275. I don't remember this property offhand. I did have photos before, but I do believe, because this was in November, all three of these houses that she sent me, they were all horrible, in horrible conditions. The owner is a slumlord, so she didn't really, she has people living in there, and like one of them has, you heard me say it on the phone call, has black mold, and it's like, people can't live in that. Like, that's terrible, but you know, people do what they want to do with their properties. So we're at 275. I'm going to do this times 55%. So 151, but I think my offer was lower than that. And I just can't remember why. But offhand, my offer would be 150. I wouldn't even do the 151. I think it would be 150. Because knowing that it was in horrible condition then, and it's just been more wear and tear in the past 6-8 months, it makes me actually want to go a little bit less. But I would probably, in my mind, be at 150 and see if I can get photos to either confirm that or let me know if I need to go lower. So that's what I would do. Do I comp another one?
Let's do it.
All right. And in general, people tend to buy high in St. Pete. St. Pete is kind of like a Tampa. It's very, very competitive. And what you may think is like, there's no way someone will pay something like this for. They just might. With that being said, you can't bank on it, especially now. Because now, I was actually having back and forth with an investor for another property in Tampa. And he said the ARV was 450. And I challenged him on it. And I said, well, I'm getting 480. And he said, I would think that, except, you know, times are changing, so I have to be conservative. All you can do is respect it. 111 to 18. Search. Detail. Cora, yeah, this is her name. All right, 1920s. Is that a frame house? Okay, so I don't like this because it's frame in the 1920s, and because I know the owner doesn't take care of her properties. The reason why I don't like that is there's probably a lot of damage on the exterior that needs to get replaced, and investors tend to shy away. Doesn't mean, and when I say stuff like that, please don't be discouraged or make it a blanket rule like someone's not going to buy this. Everything, as Jamil always says, everything trades at the right price, right? But I don't like it because it usually means I have to go and get that lower price to make sure that it works, and or spend a little bit more time sifting through the buyers to find the buyer who really wants this for whatever reason. Because you'll never know why someone buys. Everyone has different reasons, different things that are in their heads. And sometimes some properties, you just have to like find that person who sees the diamond in the rough and who has the resources to bring that diamond out. And not a lot of, that's just not the case for everyone. All right, but so this already kind of makes me go like womp womp, but we're going to comp it anyway. So we're in 1925 here. It's a triplex, 3 units. It's a triplex. How do I do that? I go to residential income multifamily. Okay, so that should be good. I don't know if it's because I'm sharing my screen, so I'm so sorry that the mouse is getting a little stuck.
Yeah, I think it probably is because we're sharing screen.
Okay.
Okay, though. We'll do one more. We'll finish this one, and then we can answer some questions.
I would love to.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Okay.
Technology, it's fine.
This is where, thank you, Emily. This is where it gets a little tough sometimes with multifamily properties. You may not always find another multifamily nearby. So this is probably too far because I think I left this at a mile. But it's giving us some ideas. So we're around 215. Ooh, look at that one. 272.
Uh-oh.
Would then try to find the rent and run some numbers and kind of find like that 1% rule. I'm hesitant to do that now just because I can only share one tab at a time. And to get in that zone, I would be kind of bouncing around. Is there a way to see rents on here? Does Batch kind of show stuff like that? Jamil or Christina?
Batch doesn't show rents, but what I'll typically do is I'll copy and paste the address, open up another tab, go to Zillow, put that address in Zillow, and just see what the general rents are in the area.
All right, let me do that. Do you know I have yet to use Zillow for rent? I always use rent.com.
Oh, Zillow's amazing. Let's do it together live, right? So open up, copy paste the address.
Copy, okay.
And then open up the Zillow the Zillow window.
Okay. My computer for some reason is only letting me share one tab at a time.
Okay.
But
I can try. I can do it. Emily, will it let me share my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, only one person can share a screen at a time. Dang it.
Yeah, either way, we're going to have to switch because Mia has two monitors.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, hold on a second.
She's fine. She can pull it up
Okay.
on Zillow and she'll pull up her other tab.
All right, let's try that, Mia.
All right, I got it. Okay.
There we go. Beautiful.
So I put the address in and then, or actually, you know what? I should go for rent, right? Open up the rent thing.
Yes.
Rent. Sorry, guys. I know it's moving a little bit slowly, but you will come across tons of like duplexes and triplexes. I'm actually selling a triplex today. When I get off the phone, I have a call to make actually to get a confirmation from this buyer. Had a meeting with Bank of America today at noon, so this is perfect. All right, so for rent. Why is everything? There we go. Zoom out. All right, so we have a 2K unit. Oh, and then lots of, all right. Wow, this is so much better than rent.com.
It's so good because it's real time, right? And you can get to see the exact parameters of what the property is. And so I always have this available to me so I can get a quick glimpse of where rental prices are. And it helps me get an understanding of where rents are escalating and appreciating. Because that's where more buyers are buying.
Yes. Because people are switching to a lot of like buy and holds right now with the market changing.
Yes.
All right. So let's see. What are we working with here? Can we get the hold on. I'm back on Batch. I know you can't see me, but I'm trying to get the unit mix of this property. I don't think I will, but there's 3, and it says there's 3 bedrooms. So I'm going to assume that they're each like 1 bedroom. It's an assumption. I don't know for sure, but I will find out. So if a 1-1 is about, look at that. That's about 1,200. Yeah, so we're looking at about 1,200 times like 3. Let's say there's 3 1 bedrooms, 1,200. So 3,600, 1% rule puts that at a purchase price of 360,000. And this one, can I see what it was listed for? It was listed for 275, but it didn't sell at that price point because the owner doesn't take care of it. So if we're at 360, I'm still going to do 0.55. Then we're looking at around 200,000, 195, 200,000, which is what we'll offer for this.
And what are they listed at? You said 270?
They had it at 275.
And it didn't sell?
No, all her prices, this particular property, so this agent had 3 listings from this same seller, and all 3 of them were listed way too high because she kept them in piss poor condition.
Wow. Wonderful. That is not only a tired landlord, that is a ready and done, ready to sell and done with the business landlord.
Yeah, she was being a little funny. This was from back in November. She was being a little funny then, but you're talking about 8 months later now, she's still trying to sell these properties. So
she's got motivation. She's ready. She's ready. Yeah. Wow. Mia, everybody, if you guys haven't followed her on social media, if you haven't followed her on Instagram, please go do that right now. You got your phones on you. Show some love, right? Remember, guys, what Pace said yesterday. Don't just pretend. Don't just say thank you. Show thank you, right? Show her how appreciative you are of her time. She literally donated 2.5 hours of her day and to get prepared for today. Like she's been preparing, getting herself ready, psyched up, getting, her list loaded up, all the things, being prepared for you guys to do this today. And we owe her gratitude. We owe her love and appreciation. And y'all need to do some deals with Mia because she's cool as shit. Right? Can't you just see how dope she would be to work with? Like, you are somebody I want to JV with just by your disposition, just by your attitude, just by your friendliness and your knowledge. You're somebody I would love to do, and of course we do deals together anyways. But if I'm just a random person watching you, I'd say I'd love to do business with Mia because she's just a wonderful human being.
Thank you so much, Jamil. Most of my deals are JV because I grew up playing sports, so I love team.
You're a team player.
Oh, I love that. And Mia mentioned several times she's got a large network.
Yes.
Yep.
What I very, 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 very well networked. If I can't sell your deal, I got someone else who can, or solve your problem. Like I have a hard money lender with the best terms I've ever seen, and I think he's nationwide or in like 45 states or something. Attorneys, everything, other wholesalers, other agents.
That's beautiful. I just pinned that comment again, guys. Her link where it says connect with Mia Smith has all of her contact info you guys could ever wish for.
Amazing. All right, guys.
Were there any more questions? Sorry, I know we're about to go. Are there any other questions? I just want to.
One question that I did take note of: what are your daily KPIs? Like, what goals do you want to hit every day?
Oh, we keep it simple. To tell you the truth, we aim for 5 to 10 offers a day. To tell you the truth, that doesn't always happen for several reasons. Usually, we also get swamped with other wholesalers sending us deals. Like, for example, just got one sent from my buddy Pedro yesterday, got it assigned this morning, So right now we're we're a little bit on the struggle boat, trying to balance it all. Oh, hey, shameless plug. I am looking for, this is where we need, because I am, like I said, in a little bit of a struggle boat. I am looking for a cold caller for agents for me. I'm looking for another acquisitions person to go directly on market using my MLS access plus or privy, and then I need a transaction coordinator who is licensed in Florida. It's very important to me for the transaction coordinator that you have a real estate license that is active in Florida, because I need my transaction coordinator to write up my offers for me. I represent myself as the buyer when I'm going directly on market, so we get commission and we get assignments. When agents send me deals off market, they represent me, right? Because they took the time and the courtesy to source that deal and to think of me, you know what I mean? And push my offer to that seller. So they represent me. But if it's already on market and anybody can see it and grab it, then I'm representing myself, which is why I need my transaction coordinator to be licensed. So 3 things: cold call agent, a cold caller for agents. You don't have to be great at that. I can teach you. We do a lot of role playing around here still to this day. I role play all the time with my friends and everything. And then sourcing on market properties and a transaction coordinator to take that transaction. Once we get that offer, once we get the verbal acceptance, write up the contract, get it signed, and then carry it through to the end. Like get all the paperwork into title, make sure all my compliance stuff, right? So our licenses are never in jeopardy, you know, all that good realtor jazz. That is what we are looking for.
Do you want them to email you or DM you on Instagram? Where do you want to send them?
Email. It should be in the flow page, my email. If it's not, take it down now. It is Mia, MIA, at Smith, SMITH, Lee, LEE, Holdings.com. So Mia at SmithLeeHoldings.com. And if you do click on that link, I just double checked it, clicked on it myself. The email is there.
Okay. I also pinned it for you guys.
Yeah.
So guys, I've got some great news here. We have 2 winners so far of our folks that are going to be joining us for 2 days in the life. I'm telling you guys, you take action, we're rewarding you. We're rewarding you. You're getting rewarded with the replay of today. Okay, it's not going out to everybody. It's going to go out to the action takers. So if you loved what you heard today and you really want to hear that again and you want to take notes, you didn't get good notes today, make sure you click on that link. Make sure you're signing up for the dialer, because this is for action takers. Our 2 winners so far are Justin Hoke. Justin Hoke, congratulations. And Shamika Baker, congratulations. 2 of you so far are winners of coming out to Phoenix, Arizona to hang out with us. The winner of the individual who's getting the all expenses paid is going to be announced on Sunday. But so far we've got 2 of the, actually 3. I don't know who this person is. I need a full name. So I'm only going to select the 2. Unless you can help me, Emily, with the name of the last person that Batch sent us.
Yeah, no, I can't type it in.
You can't pull it up.
Let me see.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Winner is Luis Rojas. Yes, Luis, you are the 3rd winner. How incredible. Congratulations, guys. This is dope. Super cool. You are going to get to come out to Phoenix, Arizona and hang out with us for an entire day, myself, and then an entire day with Pace. You're going to be able to see exactly what our lives look like. Come hang out at Keegley. Come get to see the operation moving. You get to go to American Home Offers at Pace's office. You can talk subject to with him and his crew. roll around with us all day in our cars. We're going to go eat, go look at houses, go look at projects, underwrite deals, wholesale a few houses. You might even convince us to do a deal with you. If you have a thing that you would like to pitch us, a project you'd like to pitch us, bring it with you. All the things. So remember, guys, the way to get eligible for this is to take action. The link for the dialer is in the chat. The link for Privy is in the chat. If you want to get an email of this incredible session today, make sure that you've taken action. Anything else, Emily, that we need to share?
We are doing a business structure live stream tonight.
Yes.
Tonight at
On my
4
YouTube,
p.m.
guys. Thank you for the reminder. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube, I don't know why. I don't know why you wouldn't be subscribed to my YouTube. It's hilarious and fun and extremely informational. The YouTube link is in the chat as well. Emily has pinned it. Tonight I'm going to be going on a live and talking business structure for wholesale. So if you start making money, well, you will start making money in your wholesale business. Make sure you've got the right entity and that you are tax efficient. Guys, my tax bill for 2021, $900,000. $900,000 because I'm not tax efficient. I totally pooped the bed when it came to entity structure and how to buy the right assets so that I'm depreciating, so that I'm writing off more. So I'm able to write off opportunities instead of just paying it out to the government. You know, that 900 grand, I could have put that down in down payments and owned so much more real estate. I could own millions of dollars in real estate using that $900,000 as down payments. Instead, I'm just handing that money to the IRS like a dummy. So if you don't want to be a dummy like I have been in the last year, show up to tonight's live stream because we're all going to be educated together. That's on my YouTube channel. Did Mia leave?
At 4 p.m. At 4 p.m.
At 4 p.m. today, guys. 4 p.m. Pacific?
Yes.
4 p.m. Pacific on my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys set a reminder. Set a reminder. Don't forget to do that. And then again, guys, if you have found immense value, Mia, how and I'm not saying if you don't want to plug it, it's totally fine. But how has the Astro flipping mentorship been for you?
Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing without it. So I would say life-changing.
Is, you know, of course, we're giving away so much knowledge, right? Is tapping into the community, even though you have all this knowledge, you know the things to do, is tapping into the community worth it?
Absolutely. Hands down. It's through those conversations with other people you can trust, right? And that's the big thing. Like, everyone can trust everyone in the community. Not 99.9%, because I had a little incident, but 99.9% in that community, you can trust everyone. And that's what makes it great, because you get to learn, you get to have these moments, you can role play with people, you can have, when you take action and you get stuck and you're in an obstacle, you know, you don't want to wait for the next coach call. There's people that you can turn to right away in the group and get real life help, like right away. You know, people can jump on calls with you. I've done that. I was like, hey, let me call the agent for you. Let me call the agent with you. Let's get on a three-way, loop me in. And I had nothing to do with that deal, but this is what we do for one another in the community. So I would not have gotten started. Like, the community itself helped push me along.
Big time. It's and you can see all the people in the chat right now that are members. They're telling you, you don't get, typically in education platforms, you don't have this many people screaming from the incredible, right? You don't get that. You get people who say, yeah, I tried it, but it didn't work. Oh yeah, I tried it. It was hard. Oh, I tried it, but there was no support. Oh, the person that signed me up or the person who I signed up for never even shows up to a call. It's all just, you know, proxies.
Jamil, I will want to say this. If something doesn't work, it's you. It's your fault. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but I've been an entrepreneur now for 10 years. Like, you have to take responsibility for your own effort. And I've had mentors along the way. They were all fitness related before I got into real estate, but it was never a program's fault, and it was always my fault, right? Either I didn't take what they were teaching me and I didn't apply it, or I took everything that they were teaching, right, and got scatterbrained, which is actually what happened with me in the beginning, you know? And so my number one advice is stay focused, pick your action, and then nail that action, like hammer that action in, like hammer that action in, become so proficient at it that it allows space to move on to another action. But focus on it and zone in and have fun, you know, and then rely on the program and the mentorship for support. But the program isn't going to hold your hand through it, you know, like we're adults. Jamil isn't going to hold your hand, but he's going to be there. And all of us in the community, we're going to be there, and we can answer your questions and go above and beyond for you. But we can only do that after you take the action.
Correct.
You got
if you're not putting the inputs in, if you're not doing that work, you're like, if I can't be at your house holding the phone to your ear and say, okay, speak, speak,
Right.
speak. I can't do that. But here's the thing, right? I will call you out on your shit. Am I a mean person ever? No. But if you show up and you are not doing your part, I will call you out. I will hold you accountable. And if being held accountable is holding you back because nobody's holding you accountable, you know what's interesting? We have people, right? Sometimes being an entrepreneur isn't going to be for you. Okay, sometimes it's not going to be for you. For instance, Denise, right? She joined Astro. She learned the concepts, but holding herself accountable was difficult. So what does she do? She connects to the community. She joins with Keegley in Florida, okay, because she has access now to all these things, right? Being in the community. Last month, she closed 7 deals, guys. 7 deals. When the month prior, she had nothing. That's what's up. So, guys, in the chat, you can click to have a call with one of my team members. We'd love to speak with you. Mia, any parting words for this incredible group of people that joined to hang out with us today?
Yeah, I want to say this. This was a quote that I got from, I don't know if any of you know who Rich Roll is. He's an incredible endurance athlete, vegan. And these aren't his exact words, but essentially he said, have your goals, but hold them loosely to allow for the miracle. So what I mean by that is we're also very focused. We want to make X amount of dollars a month, and we want our business to look this way or that way. But the moment you start putting limitations on God is when you can stop, is when you prohibit yourself from growth. So have goals in your mind, know what you want to achieve, but allow space for God, spirit, the universe to work and create the how. You're not going to always know that because we only know what we know, you know? So allow space for that miracle. And in the meantime, just stay focused, because you also won't get that blessing if you're not taking action and if you're not focused on what you're looking for. So stay prayed up, stay focused, and take care of yourself. And in real estate, it can be, if anyone has anxiety like me and is very easily stressed out, like that's me. Get your lemon balm supplement. It does help. And in the meantime, also do not concern yourself with the outcome. Just focus on the work, stay positive, have fun, make it a game. You know what I mean? Make it a game. Loop someone in there, get a buddy, loop someone in this journey with you, and have fun. And honestly, the rest of it will just come.
Wow. Wow. Amen. Amen, Mia. So good. Guys, tomorrow we have none other then Dan Quijano, one of Sub 2's very finest, the host of the Nightly Dial from the Sub 2 community, the incredible man who will teach us how to pitch terms to realtors. So if you are in the Astro community and you haven't done anything creative, because I don't do a lot of creative deals, I'm not going to pretend to. That's my best friend Pacer. But you want to know how to have these conversations with agents to pitch terms, you're going to want to be here tomorrow, because Dan Quijano is going to show us exactly how he's having these conversations with agents to pitch terms to get these incredible deals under contract with no money out of pocket, and then wholesale those deals for massive assignment fees. Guys, Dan Quijano is a ninja, a sniper at this strategy, and he's going to bless us all tomorrow. So Sub 2, show up. Astro, show up. TTP, show up. REI community, y'all going to be there. Make sure you guys are signing up for Batch if you want to get a replay of this, and if you want to be entered to come and hang out with us. Only 47 spots remain. Congratulations to the 3 who won. Emily, did you get their names?
Yes. Yes. I have them in our text thread too.
Wonderful. You guys, today was incredible. Tomorrow will be incredible as well. We will see you all. Thank you so much, Emily, for all of your love, all of your help, all of your support. Thank you so much, Mia, for your time, knowledge, and all of the incredible calls that you had today. You guys are wonderful people. Thank you to Batch for the incredible technology and the tools that we use to succeed. Thank you, Benson from Privy, for the amazing software that you developed. Thank you all for showing up. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.
Bye, guys. Thank you.